Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. On this Fleet Friday, we're going to be going to Governor's Island to go see the Governor's Island Fire Protection Units. Governor's Island is a 172-acre island 800 yards south of Manhattan. We just got off the train at South Ferry here, and we're going to be jumping on the ferry. It's going to be boarding in about 25 minutes. As you can see, there's Governor's Island, about 800 yards away. It's a fairly big island. You guys will take a quick look at it when we get over there. So Governor's Island is staffed in the summer months from end of April to end of October, from 900 hours to 1800 hours, Saturdays and Sundays, and special events. Memorial Day, Juneteenth, Independence Day, Labor Day, Tunnel for Towers, and races. So Engine 4, Tile out of 15 will respond to the ferry over here for other calls. Their quarters is right down the street over here. If you see the flag, that's the Firehouse. And they'll respond down this way and wait for the ferry. But also Marine 6, if the ferry's not available, Marine 6 will respond directly to the island. And you'll see they have a lot of reserve apparatus on the island. Now if the ferry is not available, Marine 1 or Marine 9 will come pick up the members from Engine 4 and the 1st Battalion and send them over there. Alright guys, we're going to be getting on the ferry. The members, 4 firefighters and an officer, just got here with the Manhattan Boro van, and we're going to head over to the island. In the distance, you can see the Statue of Liberty and also the Staten Island Ferry, which if you jump on the Staten Island Ferry, it's free to go to Staten Island. You can get a nice view of the Statue of Liberty. So we'll be over on the island about less than 5 minutes or so. And we're going to be going straight to the Firehouse. Alright guys, we just got over here to the Firehouse. The members are bringing out the rig that they staff here, Engine 525. And they got to do a rig check to make sure everything's working properly. They also have the Gator that they're bringing out. There it is. So as I said, they're going to do a rig check of the rig and make sure everything's working properly. This is the main rig they staff. They have a whole bunch of other reserve apparatus inside that we'll get to in a little bit. But they staff this rig, 4 firefighters and an officer, and to respond to any calls that they have on the island. The island used to be staffed by the Coast Guard until about 2003. And the Fdny staffed it for 24/7 coverage until around 2007. But then they had some closures, so it's only been manned on the weekends now by 4 firefighters and an officer, as it tends to be the busiest time on the island. About 7,000 people are on the island today, which you never know how many people are going to show up during the week or the weekends. So they got the EMS Gator, they use that for the EMS calls, and then they have all these reserve apparatus. These are for Manhattan companies to man if they can't get apparatus over here. As you can see, they're just testing the pump. They got to make sure this rig is ready, just in case it's needed. As there might not be a lot of calls on the island, it takes a little bit of time for companies from Manhattan to get over here. So you got to be ready. That's why really this island should be staffed 24/7. One of the older reserve rigs is an 02. Alright guys, so we're going to go through the Governor's Island Fire Protection Engine 525, which is the engine that's staffed here on Governor's Island. Staffed by 3 firefighters, an engine chauffeur, and an officer. Chauffeur seat, very basic, just like any other engine. We got a Governor's Island hazardous building spook there. Here's where the door firefighter and would-be controlled firefighter if they had the 5th man. You got the engines, chauffeur's SCBA, water rescue equipment, hydrant bag. You got the pump panel here. Foam buckets up there. This compartment, we got fittings, hydrant wrench, connections, WD-40, nozzles, all that type of stuff. Got the high-rise packs. This compartment, we got drafting screen, mini manifold, hydrant caps, air chisel, hazmat bags, utility rope, absorbent pads. Got the hose bed back here. In this compartment, we got spare SCBA bottles. The officer side of the rig here, we got the EMS compartment, we got O2 tanks, collars, suction unit, trauma bag, the other one's on the Gator, gloves. This compartment we got water cans, ECC extinguisher, bolt cutters, snow chains. The water rescue equipment, set of irons, radiation meter, gas shut-off key, crowbars, bolt cutters, pipe wrench. And here we got air hose, utility rope, keep it dry. Got shovels, brooms, 5-gallon foam bucket, traffic cones, speedy dry. Some Indian pumps in here. The nozzle firefighter and backup firefighter sit. You got a chainsaw, life jackets, more rescue water rescue equipment. The officer's seat, we got officer's tool, hand light, binoculars, K-tool, map. Gas detector, tick is out of service, elevator keys, MDT. Alright guys, that concludes the compartments of 525 here. We're going to go inside, take a look at some of the reserve other pieces of apparatus, and they also have Governor's Island old engines that are still here, but they're not in use anymore. But those are rigs that they used before the FDNY took over in 2003. So guys, we got these lime yellow rigs In the back here, Governor's Island fire protection units. I believe they're late 80s. They don't work anymore, I don't believe. They're still here though. Engine 1. And engine 2 over here. Very old. So we got 519 over here, which is another Governor's Island backup reserve rig, and 709. These are all fully equipped, ready to go rigs. You got ladder 710. This is a 2006 rig. A 710 over here, the oldest ladder in the FDNY fleet right now, 1999. Probably soon to be replaced. And we got engine 503 back here. It's just very tight back here. Huh?
Yeah, there's another one in here.
On the other side here in the other bay, we got ladder 705. Another reserve rig. The 503 and the 705 rig used to be at ladder 20's quarters, but they're over here now, Governor's Island. Here's another look at the 503. So 3 engines, 3 trucks. Hey guys, they're gonna back in 525 here. If you have any questions about the reserve rig, just leave them in the comments. I'll answer them. But 525 is the only rig that's manned here by the firemen. The rest of the rigs will be manned by Manhattan companies that come in, or Marine 6. So as the door closes here, they used to have, the Coast Guard used to have a full firehouse, 3-bay firehouse that the FDNY had for a few years until they knocked it down to make the park bigger with hills and stuff. It was a beautiful firehouse, and now they're in this very old warehouse. I'm gonna add a picture to this on the video. You also have another Governor's Island protection, very old unit here. This unit's real old, still got a wreath on it. Old Ford. Support services. This is the industrial part of the park. We're going to go around in a little bit. I'll show you the rest of the park. But this concludes the fire apparatus portion of the video. See this very old warehouse that they're in. Just stores the rigs. Firemen stay in. It's basically like a trailer to the right of this building. Take you over there now. So they take the Manhattan Boro van over on the ferry to get over here. And then basically they use the Gator for any EMS call or minor calls. And, you know, anything reported fire, stuff like that, they'll take the engine. Gator here. 2 firefighters jump in it, and the rest will follow in the van if they have to. Yeah, Indian pump and the EMS trauma bags, AED, lifesaver, some rope. If somebody falls in the water or such. And then they stay in this building all day. It's basically a trailer, but it's got a kitchen, TV and stuff. But very small. They had a very nice firehouse. They knocked it down. Alright guys, we're going to get out of here and start touring the island. So we'll be going around. Staten Island Ferry. Let's see if I go up there. Alright guys, so this is basically where the old firehouse was. And they put this trail here. You walk all the way to the top and you get a nice view of the city and everything. Very beautiful day today. You can see the Statue of Liberty in the distance over there. We'll get to the top and get a better view. On the other side over there's another one you can walk up to, but I ain't walking up to every one, I'll tell you that much. Alright guys, we're basically up to the top here. You can see the skyline, Statue of Liberty. There's Jersey City over there. And there's Manhattan. The Staten Island Ferry's coming through. Let's see if we get that coming through. Like I was telling you guys, if you jump on the Staten Island Ferry, it's free to go to Staten Island. You get a nice view, and it's a lot closer. Take pictures from the ferry. So guys, this is Collective Retreats. Offers unique seasonal logging on Governor's Island during the summer months. They have tents and climate controlled cabins you can stay in and rent for the night. So So there's a lot of, I think there's like 45 to 50 places you can stay in. And it's called glamping. It offers a full service restaurant and a open bar to the public and all the green space. Very nice.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
So here you will see Fort J, which used to be the Coast Guard jail at one point. There's a lot of historic buildings you can come see on Governor's Island. It's a very big island, like I said, 172 acres. So it takes a little bit if you want to come for the whole day to check out the whole island. So just walking around, they have a rental for bikes over there you can rent. Got a lot of old buildings. They have some kind of festival going on today. That's why they're expecting over 7,000 people on the island. A lot of walking to do on the island. So I'm going to go around the outskirts again, and you'll see a lot of people walking around, biking, etc. But there's definitely plenty to do. Get away from the city. Picnicking. I believe you could barbecue in some areas. There's Brooklyn over there. Alright guys, we're gonna head back to get to the ferry so we can get back over to Manhattan. A lot to do on the island, so you gotta come see it for yourself. So this is the Marine Operations Gator. It sits off the pier in a garage that the Marine guys can get on to go to calls on the island, as they would respond on the Marine unit to the pier for EMS calls and stuff, fire alarms if they don't need the engine company. They have water rescue equipment and EMS equipment on it. Alright guys, we're going to be boarding the ferry here back into Manhattan. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, or you can go to www.govisland.com and go on the Governor's Island website or the retreats website. I'll leave them in the description. There's plenty of stuff to do. It'll give the events and everything that goes on Governor's Island. There's a lot of stuff they're still building on the Governor's Island, and more parks and things to do. As we arrive back here in Manhattan, This concludes the video for Fleet Friday of Governor's Island Fire Protection Unit. See you guys next week with another great video coming.